I'm Brad Johnson. I'm the Director of Digital Infrastructure at Ayrshire College. I'm responsible for the strategic leadership of the digital infrastructure in the college. That ranges from their networking to our endpoint devices, our students' laptops and our staff laptops devices. Ayrshire College is based in the west of Scotland. We serve roughly about 12,000 students a year, covering a number of vocational and non-vocational courses for anything from beauty, hairdressing, all the way through to computing, to cyber, to engineering and science. So IT now is pretty much run through everything we do in college, from learning and teaching, but also to back office services. Every class and course has an element of IT built into it because it's what we do in our day-to-day life nowadays. The college needs to flourish using digital technologies because it's the future, it's what we do in our day-to-day kind of life. So for us, it's important that we invest and we use all the things at our disposal to improve the learning and teaching experience. The biggest challenge we had with the previous setup was that laptops no longer lasted the full day. So when a student used it from 9 till 10, they left the class, the expectation was them to plug it in. That wasn't always the case. So that provided us with a challenge with a student coming in at 10 o'clock to use a laptop that literally had 20-30 minutes left in their battery life. The college had over 1,000 laptops now coming to the end of their useful life. That's a significant investment the college needed to make. But moreover, we actually looked at utilisation and it was close to 30 to 40%. So that posed us a bit of a challenge to have a discussion with the college about where do we invest and how. The strategic leadership team was provided a lot of statistics around about the utilisation of the laptops. The challenge was it varied from day to day. And these were statically placed within classrooms. That made a really difficult challenge to decide what we're investing in and where. The feedback we got from the students was in relation to the laptops not lasting much longer than an hour, and that challenge of actually getting access to them. So once we made a decision that we had to invest in laptops, we had to make a decision how many we were going to invest in. But moreover, how were we able to reduce the estate but still give students access to them? Through a number of seminars in different places where I went to, I became aware of the Lapsafe lockers. Through our engagement with the HP, when we started to discuss about the laptops we were going to invest in, we were also provided this as a solution, as a possible way of centralising the location and easier access for students to be able to get to the laptops. So for me, the biggest thing it did was got over the challenge of having a number of the estate highly underutilised in the organisation. It also allowed me to make some savings in terms of my investment of laptops and making sure that we're providing students access as and when they needed it, rather than if they were in the classroom and it was available in that room. Lapsafe took me through the different type of options they had available, things like the colour of the lockers, allow it to identify it within the campus for different colours. They also talked to us about the ease in which a student would be able to book. They talked to us about how you'd be able to see what devices were free and available. They talked us through effectively where this product has been successful previously to give us comfort that this was the right decision for the college. Security on the previous solution was a problem because you had manual keys, and we had the responsibility of a lecturer to be able to go and open it and then the student put them back in. This product allowed us not only to put it in the hands of the student, but also the IT team are alerted as and when lockers are opened and they're closed, if they're plugged in, not plugged in, and who did what and when. Something that stood out with Lapsafe when we went through this engagement was the fact that they was not going to allow anything other than 100% quality. They spent a lot of time talking about our locations, making aware of some of the challenges that could come if we don't put these in the right place. Talked to us about where our power went, where our networking went, how to make this a successful installation and product. But the beauty of working with Lapsafe is we showed them pictures, we talked to them, they came and visited beforehand before we signed all of this off. Nothing happened until they signed off on where these locations were going. As a college, it took us some time to agree on the Lapsafe solution. When we did, our timelines were very, very tight. And this went alongside Lapsafe, their own timelines and when they want to implement, but they were as flexible as they possibly could be, but more so they delivered on what they said they would. From the platform itself, we're able to access a lot of intelligence regarding our laptops and lockers and their utilisation. One thing we've noted for this academic year, which is our first year of using the Lapsafe solution, is we've saved over £3,500 in terms of power savings. We also have a lot of intelligence there to help us with our sustainability goals within the organisation, and more so we can start to consider in the summer if we move some devices around about because of utilisation across the calendar year. Due to the power management available in the Lapsafe lockers, it allows us to have comfort in the fact that once a laptop is fully charged, it no longer provides power to it. That's massive in terms of savings from a cost point of view, but it also allows us to start aiming at some of our sustainability targets as a college. With any sort of investment in IT, it comes at a cost. You're always concerned about whether it will play out the way you wish it would play out. For me, this has played out even better than I ever imagined. And what it's doing is providing us with an agile, flexible learning solution for our students, which can only improve.
Most of the work we do is laptop focused, so we're always using like the lockers pretty much every day. For example, this morning we're like just brushing up on any like loose ends and stuff, so came in, went to the lockers, scan your wee barcode, pin in, and that's it. Easy peasy. It's quite good. It's a lot quicker and easier than say having to go to a person and signing something out on paper or anything, because it kind of just goes straight onto your account. I'm in college 3 days a week at the minute, and we're pretty much using them 3 days a week, and then on our full day we're putting them back at lunch and then taking them out after lunch. Like, it's a really big part of what we do.
So we had cabinets up the back of the class. In our case, well, a lot of them was it didn't make sure they were charging when you put them away. So when you took them out, they'd either be dead or the Wi-Fi wasn't connecting to them, and it just clogged the class up completely. So it's such a weight off my shoulders, especially coming to college. It's another thing I don't need to remember in the morning.
It's quite convenient because any floor you're on, there's always a laptop station to get one. They're quite convenient because they're not far away from any of the classes. The classes are quite close together. It's quite easy to understand because it's your barcode, you scan it, code in, take it out, then you got it for the amount of time and you just put it back in.
I would say to anyone considering a Lapsafe solution, it's not just lockers, it's more than lockers. It's a way of thinking how you do things differently. It's a way of providing access to resources so you can have it under your control, governance, guidance, and keep on top of an ever-growing IT estate.